What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, like the title says, I'm going to be talking about naughty vintage t-shirts and this book right here from my good friend, Kelly Cole. All right. If you're a thrifter, if you're a picker, if you're into vintage t-shirts, if you collect, you know that every once in a while you come across a good, dirty, politically incorrect, or naughty t-shirt. And it always seems to give us a good laugh. Sometimes they're too fucked up to even sell. But most of the times we pick them anyway. My friend Kelly Cole, the hoser from LA, went out and made a book about such t-shirts. This is a sick book that you guys should all be getting into. I'm going to show you some of my own and Jesse's collection of naughty vintage tees. We have a ton. A lot of them are not even suitable for YouTube, but I'll show you a few good ones anyway. But first I want to talk about educating yourself. Most people that watch this channel are thrifters, Instagram sellers, bin kids, or however you get your vintage stuff. But something that is very important is to invest into your own education. In today's world where you can literally Google any information you need in about 2 seconds, most people aren't buying books anymore. Magazine stands are dead. Magazine publications are going out of business. Transworld Snowboarding and Transworld Skateboarding went out of business. RIP. I'm super sad about that. I go to the airport so often to travel and I can't even find a good magazine to read anymore. Thrasher I can find sometimes, which is rad. But basically, print media is dying. But here's the thing. You only go and Google or search something online that is already on the top of your mind. It's like if you found a t-shirt, you go then and Google it to learn about it. Or you found a vintage piece, you go Google it to learn about it. If you're wanting to cook a certain recipe, you go Google it to learn about it. But the difference of actually owning a book is that you can sit back and flip through the pages of this and just see stuff that you've never even thought of or heard of or would think to Google. You can literally just get inspired. It's like a cookbook. I have cookbooks on my shelf right here. Sometimes when I need inspiration, I'll just flip through the pages of a cookbook to get something interesting to make for dinner. But you can't just Google something interesting to make for dinner. You're going to get all this random crap. So basically, invest in yourself. Go buy books. Also, I've talked about manifesting yourself certain stuff. Like go manifest yourself t-shirts or go manifest yourself some vintage think about it at night and get it in your head and then have it materialize in front of your eyes the next day when you're picking. This shit is real. Back to manifesting. In order to manifest something into your life, you basically get it in your mind. You think about it all the time. You visualize it becoming reality. There's a great quote by Pablo Picasso that says, "Everything you can imagine is real." This is so true. If you can think it up, it can become real. Just like the invention of electricity. Before electricity was harnessed, it was just a thought. Tesla just thought about it and thought, I'm going to make this happen. I can visualize this becoming reality, and he made it reality. The car. Somebody just had the idea to build a car, and they drew a picture, and then they made it happen. It's like anything can become reality if you put your mind to it. Same as manifesting yourself pics in the rags. When we gave that challenge to manifest yourself something on Chico's episode of the podcast. By the way, I have a podcast. Go listen to it, download it on iTunes. There'll be a link down below. We gave the challenge to people to go manifest, and I love getting those messages. If you've ever manifested yourself something, if you've picked yourself something, you manifested something into your life, send me a DM on Instagram. I love hearing about that. Super pumped on it. Back to the book. The reason you buy these vintage books is to expand your mind, learn something you've never thought existed, get educated within the vintage business. This is just one book. This is a great book by my homie Kelly Cole. Like I said before, you should go buy this. There's going to be a link down below. I'll show you some of my favorites out of the book. But before I do that, I'm going to show you some of my own naughty t-shirts that I have piled up beside me here. But again, back to educating yourself. If you're a picker and you're an Instagram head selling, if you have a website selling vintage, if you have a vintage store, you should be buying every vintage book you can get your hands on. Literally go on Amazon, spend $1,000 on books right now. I'm putting a link down below to this book, but also a collection of other books that I've put together on there that are going to help you get educated in vintage clothing. You can't Google yourself the knowledge. I read tons of books. I don't sit there and go like, Google how to get motivated in business. You can't Google that. You got to read books. You got to like do more education, deeper learning. Same with vintage. You got to read books, educate yourself. I have other books here. Skateboarding is not fashion. This is a fatty. This is a great book about the history of skateboard clothing, skateboard fashion, what goes into it. This is one of my favorite books, Made for Skate. This is all about skateboard footwear, the history of skateboard footwear. It's crazy. You should be buying these books. There's so many vintage books. I have like 100 vintage books, and sometimes when I'm bored, I just go through them and study them. Coffee table books. Anyway, link down below to where you can buy my boys Kelly Cole's Naughty Vintage T-shirt book. But let me show you some naughty vintage T-shirts that I have, that myself and Jesse have collected over the last few years. This is a small selection of what we have. So many of them are inappropriate to put on YouTube. I don't want to be getting tons of hater comments on some of these T-shirts. By the way, any T-shirt that I'm going to show you right now, I did not create. I do not endorse the message behind them. I am just simply showing you a T-shirt that I have found in the wild that somebody had created. Okay? Remember that. We've all seen these. This is the classic Kama Sutra. There's chili peppers doing it. There's all the different animals. This is snowmen. Pretty tame. Snowman sex position tee. But this is a good one. Have you ever seen the troll version? Sick shirt. The Happy Fisherman. You've probably seen this shirt. There's about 100 versions of this shirt. Okay, a couple political tees. Read my lips, Saddam. Again, I don't endorse these messages. These are just T-shirts we found. Visit Russia before Russia visits you. This is just a random cop tee. Reach out and touch someone. Cop beating tee. Or cop beating someone tee. Okay, I have a couple of these. Little Fred Flintstone action. This is a good version. This is so bad. There's versions of this one that say like when you're down and out, everyone just wants to fuck you or something. Yeah. Again, I don't endorse these tees. These are tees that people have thought of and made T-shirts. Get them on the souvenir trail or something. The logo spoofs, classic. This one literally has a legit condom in it. I think she's probably a bit outdated. You wouldn't really want to go use that one now, would you? This one's a bit rough. Old Screen Stars tag. Oral Beef spoof. It's a classic. Pretty sure Kelly has one of these in the book. A lot of the T-shirts that Kelly put in the book, in his Vintage Naughty T-shirts book, we sold them over the years. Okay, everyone's seen the Budweiser. But have you seen Jugweiser? Sick one. This is a wicked one. Crack Kills. There's bootleg Bart versions of this. I'm sure most people have seen that. This one is just ridiculous. No humping. Just a straight up no humping shirt. Okay, guys? It's like, what's the occasion to wear a no humping shirt? Like, is it, I don't know. Where do you wear that shirt? Like, what's it for? Tell me in the comments. This one's actually a Sturgis biker shirt. This is one of those tees that, you know, just was put out for a good cause, but obviously the message came across a little wrong, you know. I'm a lover of special kids. I will show you that one. This one's sick. Ancient Chinese proverb. Whoop. There's also the ones that look like Russian writing and you flip it like that. It says fuck off. I have a bunch of those. I don't know. They didn't come in this pile. But good ones. And for the fellow Canadians out there, Mounted Police, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP. Okay, just a small selection of some naughty t-shirts. Throwing out the challenge, go find yourself some naughty t-shirts, DM me the best ones you can find on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, please. Need to get up to 10K so I can do this swipe up junk. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel and like this video. Again, we're back on to the book. This book, Vintage Naughty T-Shirts. This one is signed by my man, Kelly Hoser. Hoser, thanks for being a super bud. Keep it naughty. This book came out last year. I'm going to do some close-ups of some of my favorite tees in this book. He gives us a shout-out in the back of the book because, like I said, we sold them quite a lot of tees. Here's everybody who contributed. Plus, you know, there's some tees in here from Feynman. Shout out Feynman. From Nils. Shout out Nils. Filthmart. Shout out Filthmart. Justin. So everyone kind of contributed to this book. It's broken into sections. There's like the sex section, drugs, simply rude, gentlemen's clubs, gay culture section. It's a sick book. Basically, though, just go buy it. Go buy it from the link down below. Go buy it on Amazon. And yeah, support Kelly. He's a good dude. But also educate yourself. Go buy all the vintage books you can. Go buy history books. Learn about fashion. Learn about clothes. If you want to be in this business, if you're serious about being in this business, you got to educate yourself. If you're not willing to invest money into your own education, you're not going to get very far. It's already over for you. So invest in this book and invest in your education. And there's a lot of t-shirts in here that will give you a good laugh. All right. See you next time. Thanks again. Subscribe to this channel. Go listen to my podcast. Talk to you later. Okay, we're going to quickly flip through this book. I'd say that's a good thing to do. Put that on your list. Ooh, the Nike flip. Yep, like that. We got that one. And we have that one, actually. Oh, yo, the mosquito head. Crazy. The Unabomber shirt. I have a Unabomber shirt where he's taking a hit off a bong. It says Unabonger. It's a sick one. Keith Haring. New Kids on the Chopping Block. I'm pretty sure Kelly got this one from us too.